And welcome back. Alright, so in the last episode we took on the Black Monolith fight, for which the company really was not built for, and the end result reflected that, as we suffered a bitter defeat. So we used our last save scum, and here we are, next to Horashtum, which will be the last fight for the company. So let's end this run on a high note, hopefully at least, if we don't get our asses handed to us by the orc. Alright, so this is the team that will go in. I decided to let Karsten have a shot at this, as I've been kind of neglecting him. Anyway, so I think this fight at least we will be able to handle. We might suffer some casualties, of course. That's always possible, especially if I make mistakes like I did in the Black Monolith fight. But anyway, yeah, let's start the fight. So some orc young, many berserkers, a plethora of warriors, a warlord, and it's all in a forest. Alright, let's go. So yes, the Black Monolith fight was a bit of a shameful display. I'm not too sad about the result though, as it wasn't our ultimate goal of the run. So I'll just leave the Black Monolith for a future run of Reforged at a later date. And in the next video I will be speaking about the future as well as my thoughts about Reforged, at least briefly, as well as the run itself. But yeah, let's keep fighting the orcs here, so there are a lot of choke points that we could make use of. That means advancing, of course. And that might not be the best idea, but we'll see. Let's wait for now. Alright, so Hagen will be attempting to handle the northern flank here, as he did in the Black Monolith fight. This time he has better odds of survival. Anyway, yeah, lots of warriors on the southern flank. The middle is inhabited by berserkers as well as some orc young. So they will be easier to kill, but they can also stun us. Alright, so the question is, do I want to advance or not? And if I do, how far? I don't think it's necessary to advance here. It might not even be all that useful. 28 enemies in total. So I do want Sir Cory to absorb the possible stuns over here. As usual, he is wearing the stun immunity amulet. So what we could do here is just take it easy and hold our position. Just let them come, for the most part. Perhaps even use Spear Wall with Ortwin. Do some pronging around here, at the very least. But the rest of the team possibly just stays put. And we might be getting stunned by this orc young specifically, but that's fine. So maybe Kunold here just holds position. I'll give it a little more thought still, but yeah, that's probably the plan. Alright, so let's do some free prongs, almost kill this one, alright, and as usual Ortwin will get to act before they do. Alright, so we can just end his turn over there. Now what do we do with Karsten? Maybe just hold position with the rest of the team. That's probably fine. Yeah, I think so. And Anwar, I do need to babysit a little bit. He has only 30 melee defense, is only level 9. Has 57 hit points. will die pretty easily unless I'm very careful. Alright, so let's just hold position for the most part. But let's move Sir Cory somewhere around here. Just there, I think. That's going to be fine. So we can kill this Berserker, most likely with Ortwin, and then we can use Spear Wall if we'd like, or we can just perhaps back off with him. Alright, so yeah. And since we have this tree here as well, we can just leave Hagen where he is for now. No need to get carried away. Also, it seems I was wrong. Ortwin did not in fact get to act before all of the Berserkers, despite having far more initiative than they do. Alright, well, whatever. Did get to act before these ones. So let's get rid of that one, and now the question is, do we indeed want to use the Spear Wall or not? I think we probably do want to use it, but only for like one round, because this weapon is going to break pretty fast. So let's go ahead and activate it. Now the question is, do I bother moving as well? I don't know if there's a point. Maybe there is. Alright, let's do it. Let's move here. See what happens. Right, there they come. Let's just start throwing some javelins at this Berserker's face, hopefully. That is the face. Nice one. That is the face again. Way to go, Karsten. 25% chance to hit the head. Well, couldn't do it 3 times in a row, but that's fine. Anyway, let's keep on killing. So with the way these choke points are positioned, this fight should be pretty easy. And it's going well so far, but we shall see what happens once the Orc warriors actually join the fray. Alright, so does a split kill this one now? I think not, but let's check. Yeah, probably 117, 149. Yeah, it shouldn't yet. So let's go ahead and hit this one once more, please, Baldwin. Nope. Baldwin couldn't do it. Well, 2 out of 3 is pretty good though. Right, so if I advance with Anwar, we can't hit anything anyway. 67 initiative, that is less than a Berserker, that is more than a Warrior. We shall wait and see what develops. Alright, so I guess we don't want to leave this one for Henrik, because we can't kill it with a split now, can we? Then again, I could just go for 1 hit here. Now we should be able to kill it with a split if we connect. So let's see. Sir Henrik, 95% chance to hit. Nope. How much was that? 134. Oh, never mind. 79. 79 only. Oh, did I misread this? Yeah, I did. Okay, well, never mind. I was reading the damage done to armor, actually. Never mind. Never mind. Well, the good news is we can go for 2 splits thanks to Inspiring Presence, and also make this one flee. And also, since we don't even see the Warlord, we should be able to break these orcs pretty easily and quickly. Right, so advancing here might mean that we get stunned at some point. With Sir Henrik will get stunned at some point. But let's do it anyway, and there is a good chance we can actually avoid it, as long as we can move Sir Cory forward to absorb any possible stuns at least. And speaking of the Warlord, there he is. stupidly going the long way around. That's what happens sometimes with the AI. Alright, go ahead and do that. And we don't have Pathfinder on this guy. No, we don't, so no point in waiting in case we somehow manage to kill this one. Right? I think so. Alright, and with Oswald, what do we do? Well, we can just go for the Berserker here, but maybe Gisbert can handle that. Let's wait for now. And let's see what Gisbert can do. Well, he can miss once and then succeed at a Decapitate. Alright. Wait again. Alright, well, that's not good. Hagen probably can't handle a Berserker with a giant Berserk chain. But let's wait for now, I think. None of them should be able to reach him now, yeah. So we can reposition once we see where they move to. Okay, and with Kunold we can only hit this one. Let's go ahead and attempt it with an 89. Okay, good. So since I did decide to use the spear wall, do I want to keep doing it next round? I mean, we can. The weapon isn't damaged at all. The only thing is it's going to consume a lot of fatigue, as this isn't Legends, where you can get a perk that significantly lowers the cost of spear walling. Let's back off one tile here, I think. Decide later what we do. Advance here. Alright, so Anwar. So we could use a net. That's basically the only thing we can do with Anwar at the moment. Might as well, I guess. The question is on which one. So these two are the options. So the two-handed axe is obviously more dangerous, but the Berserker wielding that axe is half dead and also breaking, while this one with the one-handed axe has only taken a little bit of damage and hasn't suffered any morale damage. So let's go ahead and use it on that one, and I think just... well, maybe we do move a little bit, but the question is how far do we move if we do move. So there's a couple of warriors coming this way. It's going to take them a little while to actually reach us. And if I don't move up, then also Anwar cannot contribute to our efforts here. Not for a while yet. Then again, if I do move up, it is a risk for him. So... I think we'll be able to handle this fight in general and the southern flank pretty well here. So maybe we do actually move up. The question is, if I do that, who is going to provide support for Anwar? Because he can't handle two of them by himself, I don't think. This decision would be a lot easier if he did have more initiative or adrenaline, because I could just freely move him here and not worry at all about this Berserker. So yeah, it's going to take them a long while to actually get to us. And if I move here, then we can start whacking them next round. But that leaves Anwar out there all by himself for a time. Then again, maybe this is his trial by fire. If he can't handle a fight like this, maybe he just isn't fit for the For Glory. Let's see how he does here. It's not the best move ever, by any means. But let's see how he does. Helmfried maybe will be able to provide some support, as well as Kunold at some point in the fight. Alright, so speaking of Helmfried, let's move him just here, I think. So quite likely Kunold is getting stunned by this Orc Young at the start of next round, and that's a bit sad, but oh well. So now with Oswald, I think we get next to the Orc Young here, so we don't get stunned by it. That also holds this choke point. I think that's fine. Can't attack anything, but I think it's fine overall. Alright, and Gisbert. Move up, I suppose. Now, do I bother using adrenaline against a berserker that is already fleeing? Probably not. Alright, and Hagen. Since I don't want him to go up against this berserk chain, I think we back off with him. And just let Ortwin handle this flank for now. Ortwin should be able to handle it for a while. He does have the underdog and he is spear walling as well. Or will be spear walling next round. So despite what I said earlier about Hagen handling the northern flank, it was a silly idea in hindsight. Let's not even attempt it, not for now at least. What I could do is move here, though. He will get pushed by a warrior, though, quite likely, at some point. Does it matter? Maybe not. He will also get maybe stunned. That also probably doesn't matter. Sure. Let's move him there and see how he's able to handle it. He can at least start tickling this warrior, get slowly rid of the armor there. One of the things this run or the company is missing is like a good hammer user. That would have also made the Black Monolith fight far easier, or yeah, well, easier is kind of the right word, but we didn't actually succeed in there, so maybe not the best word to use. Anyway, so Sir Cory has 6 action points after nicely killing this one, so I suppose we just wait here for one of them to end up next to him so he can keep using his action points during this round. However, there is an argument to be made for moving, because that would absorb at least one of the possible stuns from the Orc Young. And also he can hold perhaps this choke point here pretty nicely. Should be able to do it very easily, in fact, but well, of course you never know. Might always get a bit unlucky. I think I will do that, since he is immune to stun, and getting stunned is not nice. Alright, so let's see what happens. Okay, that's one stun absorbed. Now we'll see what this one does. Well, not just yet, but soon enough. Alright, so since I did start spearwalling, let's keep doing it with Ortwin. This position is slightly better as well, so I guess we'll move there. Can't keep doing this for long as we are running out of fatigue. But let's keep doing it for now. And of course, they do like to go for the flanks if one is spear walling, so not sure exactly how useful this is, but at least it's taking this berserker some time to actually reach us. Now it would be nice to actually have an archer in this fight, because it's going to take them a long while to actually reach the back line. Now Karsten isn't, strictly speaking, even like a pure backliner or anything, as he does have melee defense and melee skill. So it's not even that bad if the berserker reaches us, which he most likely will. But with Karsten for now, let's wait. And with Valdemar, do I want to move here or not? Probably doesn't matter. At least it doesn't matter in a negative sense, so I think we will do that. But let's wait for now. And Baldwin perhaps will be the one to intercept the Berserker. We shall see. Let's wait for now. Alright. Wait. There you go, Wavering Hagen. Son, I am disappointed. Anyway, let's keep on waiting, as I do like to wait. Alright, and since I did put Anwar here, let's stick with that plan. I think he will suffer a lot of damage here and might even die, but that is a risk I am willing to take, and I make the decisions, not Anwar. Alright, wait. And keep on waiting. To say something about Mel Gibson and Braveheart here, but let's leave it at that for now at least. Alright. So I suppose we will shield wall here. It's only against one warrior though, so maybe it's not like all that necessary. Let's see. 51 melee defense currently. Let's not shield wall. Not for now at least. It would be the safer option, but let's not. Let's live a little bit dangerously here, and, well, as we can see, 7% and 6% chances only, so yeah. Alright, and with Kunold. Kunold. I guess we could decapitate the Berserker if we are able to. That means we can move up and attack again, if successful. So let's go ahead and do it. Alright. 95 and 85. Let's go for the 95. Nice hit there. So far, quite an easy fight. Really a change of pace for the Black Monolith. Alright, now with Karsten, what do we do? Also, interesting to think about how Karsten would have contributed perhaps in the Black Monolith fight. Would he have made a difference? Perhaps. At least if we had more of these heavy throwing axes for him, as those are very nice against ancient undead. Anyway, what do we do? Can only attack this one if I move. Can't really get to a good spot. I suppose we'll just do that. Alright. Damage is negligible, but we did apply the arrow to the knee condition. No stagger from that, unlike with arrows though. So it's not going to help us here, not a lot at least. Anyway, so we could move up with Waldemar. And he does have 35 melee defense and would be up against one fleeing orc young. So that's fine. So I think we will. That does, however, leave Hagen and Ortwin kind of out by themselves. Too far away to rally them, if I do it. We are already kind of far away though. Well, let's just do it. It's fine. It's going well enough. We can take some risks. Alright, so now with Baldwin. These two spots will go for Gisbert and Sir Henrik. So we need to figure out where Baldwin would be the most useful. Kind of badly positioned perhaps by me, because now Baldwin is far away from all of the action. So it's going to take a while for the northern flank to reach us. And Anwar might need some help pretty soon. However, there are more enemies in the north. And it's quite likely that one of these warriors will at some point push Hagen out of the way. And also Baldwin is a bit closer to the north, so I suppose we will go north with him. Alright, and Gisbert, move up. And miss an 86. Helmfried. Can I kill this? Oh, yeah, it's fleeing already. Maybe there's no need. So I can move here and use Reap. I think that's fine. Right, Spear Wall doing a little bit of something. So now we have a decision with Anwar. Do we engage here? And I suppose we will. Then again, it is getting a little bit risky. Well, even more than a little bit once all of these warriors get next to him, as he doesn't have the underdog. Underdog is one of the most useful survivability perks in the game. You're going to get surrounded, have underdog. Alright, well, I guess we can back off, despite my earlier plans of getting him into the fray there. Now that there's 2 more of them close by, I think we will reconsider. Let's just move 1 tile, because they can move up next to him but not have enough action points to attack, right? Yeah, 3 AP, 3 AP, 3 AP. And they don't have Pathfinder. Right. Get a kill, and we could actually use gain ground here. Is there a point? It does put Oswald in a riskier spot. Then again, he does have a shield and 61 melee defense and fully intact armor. And he is at full health as well. So I think he'll be fine. Not sure what the point otherwise is, as one of the warriors is going to move up next to him anyway. That does make some room for us, perhaps. So he can be surrounded by 3 of them. I think that's fine, even without underdog. Let's do it. Alright, and Henrik. Guess we'll go for this one. Let's just go for a split man instead of a split here. Alright, good one. Made that one flee. Alright, didn't manage to stun there. Alright, so we can use Spear Wall once more. I guess we will. And then we can use the free prong. Let's go for the Berserker again. There we are. Karsten has been engaged, but that's fine, as he as well has a melee weapon. And Baldwin is there to provide support if need be. Alright, Oswald. Suppose we'll kill the Orc Young here. Well, start killing the Orc Young. Good job. Could once again use gain ground. This time I think we'll pass, as I don't really see much of a point in doing so. Then again, I don't think he's at much risk here if he does use it. And it does make some room here again, maybe for someone like Gisbert, maybe for Karsten or Baldwin later on. And he does have the good melee defense, sure. Okay, I've convinced myself, let's do it. Alright, and Valdemar. Is there a point in using command? Maybe? Turn done. Well, maybe there's no point. And chance to hit here is 40% or 62. Bolstering is going to do nothing. Guess we can just wait. Wait and see. Maybe we need like a rally or something, even though it's not likely. But maybe something will happen here for Hagen, for example. He gets pushed back or hit or something and starts to break, and at that point we'd like to reposition Valdemar closer to him so he can actually use the rally. Anyway, let's get the melee weapon out with Karsten. 85%. Alright, decent. Not great, as he doesn't really have, like, damage perks, and he also has just a regular winged mace. And he's not also double gripping, but oh well. Good enough, I suppose. There you go, Baldwin finishes the job there. Can do nothing else. Let's wait with Anwar. Alright, they are content with not pushing us around so far. Okay, so what we can do here is not kill this Orc Young just yet, because that means the warriors will have to find somewhere else to be. They can't just take this spot. Then again, it doesn't really matter if one warrior is able to take this spot here. So it's really not a big consideration, but whatever, let's wait. Let's wait for now. This one I think I will kill already. Don't really mind if a warrior takes that spot. Well, at least let's try killing it. It's only 79. Oh, there you go. There you go, Kunold. Good job. Alright, going for the shield breaking. Let's actually check how much that was able to accomplish. Okay, 78% left, so it did do something. Let's actually double check what the shield overall durability here is. 150, okay. I haven't really been using shield breaking myself during this run, but I suppose even in Reforged it is in some situations a good idea. Anyway, so have both of you acted? No, one of you has not. Well, let's just keep doing this. Wait. Oh, you are playing very carefully around there, warriors. I'm kind of surprised. Guess I shouldn't mind, but I'm a bit surprised at least. There you go. Getting in melee range there. Alright, and I suppose we'll just go for this, 73. And Anwar, let's start trying to kill this one. There you go. As they do have a lot of armor, a weapon like this is not going to get through that for a while. But eventually it will, especially with some help. Alright, and with Gisbert, I suppose we can just move and let this warrior kill himself next round as he tries to flee. Then again, maybe he will get rallied by Korgat. Well, even if it happens, it's no biggie. It's fine. So let's move here, I suppose. Adrenaline or not. We have more initiative, so it should be fine. And even if we didn't have more initiative, I think it would be fine to not use adrenaline there. Stunned, huh? Well, let's leave this Orc Young perhaps for Sir Henrik, who has Berserk and Battle Flow, so we can reposition Sir Cory here. If we'd like. Or we could just attack the one that's fleeing. Repositioning here is not going to accomplish much, I don't think. And we can't move here. Could move here, but there's really no point. Okay, well, despite what I just said, let's just finish this Orc Young off here. It's fine. Let's make some room for them. I think Kunold will be able to handle a couple of Orc Warriors by himself for a while. Even 3. 44 melee defense with Underdog and Pattern Recognition. And if I engage here, that prevents them from engaging with Anwar and Helmfried. However, I'm really spreading my lineup a lot if I do that. But I think the fight is going well enough, so it doesn't even matter. So let's just go for it. And Helmfried, just go for this one. Alright, so we can't keep using Spear Wall here. How many of them are there? 4. Ortwin will be able to handle that for a while, I think. Sir Henrik can move here and attack this one. I think that's better than attacking the one that's fleeing. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, yeah, no more fatigue for the spear wall. Let's go for a prong here. Twice, and I think just hold position. Then again, I could move here or here. Both options are, well, all options are fine. Let's move there, it's fine. Keep doing that. And just end. Wait. Keep on killing, or tickling at least. Decent damage. Right, and I suppose we will move north with Valdemar. Then again, if I move here, we still have fatigue for a rally in case we need it for Hagen. So let's just move there and wait. And Karsten. Let's just wait for now. There's the Warlord next to Sir Henrik. I'm not too afraid of this Warlord. He will be able to deal some damage with the head splitter, but it's not as bad as a man splitter. Okay, 95 miss. And yes, we are getting quite a bit of help from the terrain as well, as it's taking a long while for the orcs to position themselves here. Alright, let's advance. And Sir Henrik, start hitting Korkat. Well, or you could also miss a 95. I mean, that is allowed. Not like I can prevent it, unless I cheat. It's fine. Alright, and let's just start advancing with Baldwin. And bonk this one, make it flee. Just move with Valdemar. Can I encourage? No. Alright, Karsten. Let's switch back into throwing weapons here. So the obstacles are actually preventing optimal use of Karsten as well, but it doesn't really make a difference in this fight specifically. I don't know. Let's move here and... Or I could just move here. Let's move there and end his turn. So that's another reason why I generally like to have Pathfinder with my throwers, which Karsten does sadly not have. Oh well. Okay, just keep on damaging them. Wait, and keep on killing. Good job. Let's edge a little bit closer. Wait, and I suppose we'll just do that. Could use the dog, no point. Right, 95. So this is probably the easiest big orc fight we've had in the campaign. Partly due to the terrain, partly just due to the amount of orcs. And partly due to, well, that's terrain as well, but the positioning of the obstacles here. So that one did get rallied, but it didn't matter. Alright, this one is going to act in 15, and Gisbert is acting in 3, so we can leave that to Gisbert. Let's keep hitting Korgat. And you can keep doing that. You can keep doing this. Alright. Might as well use the adrenaline, even though I did earlier on say that we didn't need to, and yeah, that did still apply. I kind of autopiloted that decision there, but whatever, it's fine. It's completely fine. I think that's the first time they've used that ability during this fight. Alright. Just go for that. And Baldwin, move up. Okay, so the fight is basically over by this point. Right. Do that and whatever, do that. Help here, I guess. Might as well get next to that one, even though it's probably not even that helpful, but whatever. Alright, and even Korgat is now fleeing. Out of fatigue. This one is still confident, somehow. Kind of like how Oswald was confident until the very end in the Black Monolith fight. Ouch. Alright, yeah, whatever. Can only hit once there. This one decided to die after all. We can accommodate. All right, 6 enemies left. Okay, 5 left. Run them down. I did think this fight would be more difficult than this. Right, there we go. One more. Okay, one more hit should do it. Oh, missing a 95 again. Well, if there's a time to miss a 95, then that's the optimal time. Anyway, there we go. So that's the last fight of the campaign done. Alright, so let's take a look at the stats here. Ortwin did 2100 damage, that's pretty nice. Sir Cory with nearly 1500. Sir Henrik with 2200. And the rest of the team, well, wasn't quite as spectacular damage-wise. But everyone did do a little bit of damage at least, even Valdemar the Banner. Alright, so there we go, that's that fight done. Let's take a look at the loot. Well, we did get a famed item. However, once again, it is a famed shield, a famed orc shield. Unbreakable safeguard. So that is a very nice amount of durability, yes, but otherwise this is quite bad. I think that might even be the most durability I've ever seen on a shield in any mod. 444, that's quite a lot. Alright, so the campaign is ending, but even so, let's pick up this junk here. So I will speak more about the campaign and Reforged in the next video. But I'll say a few words here as well, I guess. Alright. So no one also leveled. Alright, so overall I did enjoy the run. I guess I should save most of what I have to say to the next video though. So yeah, this is maybe... abrupt is not the right word to use, but... kind of abrupt of an ending, since I didn't really say when I was going to end the run, I guess. I've hinted at it. I think the run has gone on long enough and we did accomplish the ultimate goal of the run. Sadly, we failed at the Black Monolith, but as I've said, that wasn't a goal for the run, so that's fine. So in the next run I do for Reforged, I suppose we will set the Black Monolith as our goal. Don't know when that will be exactly, or if the mod and the fight in the Black Monolith will be rebalanced in the meantime. I would imagine the mod will be at least, but we shall see if the Undead faction gets some rebalancing or not. I think overall I do like how they've enhanced the Undead faction, and I guess it makes a lot of sense that the Black Monolith is going to be very difficult, and it should be very difficult, so you can't just waltz in there with any team and expect to win. You need to really plan for it. So it is a question of getting good for the Black Monolith, and we will attempt that in the next run for well, not the next run for Battle Brothers, next run for Reforged. The next run for Battle Brothers will be something else. I will speak about that in the next video. Okay, so I'll say a few words about the company itself here as well, I guess. So we recruited Thorismund, who is still level 1. Did he get even in one fight? No. So that was kind of pointless. Oh well. Well, we can imagine how good he would have been if he had reached his promised potential, or how disappointed we would have been if he had failed like everyone except one of us. With this perk. So we had Wilfried on level 9, Asker level 8, also didn't reach his promised potential. So that's one thing you can do easier in Legends, is just level people. You don't actually need to have them in the fights, as you can get a lot of XP from doing caravan contracts and even deliveries, etc. And even by training them in the training tent, you can get some XP. So, not sure which I like better in that regard, Reforged or Legends, but I will also speak about my opinions about the mods in more detail, though perhaps not like exhaustively, in the next video. So yeah, overall, I was pretty happy with how the team turned out, but obviously it just wasn't good enough, or my play wasn't good enough with the team for the Black Monolith fight. But basically, everything else that we attempted, after the semi-early game at least, we were successful at. We did suffer quite a few casualties against orcs and barbarians at some point though. So yeah. So the team wasn't really like optimal, but it was good enough for what we wanted. They were able to handle the Goblin City fight. But anyway, I shouldn't like keep on babbling here, as I should be doing more of that in the next video in more detail, and I don't want to repeat myself too much. So anyway, so this was the last real episode of the run. We will actually retire the company in the next episode, not just yet. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See you then.